Place in microwave. What is microwave? I don't think we have any of that. Harry, do we have any microwave?
Are you fucking dumb?
It's a microwave, silly.
Don't talk to me like that, you bitch! I'm a fucking duchess! Shake that off!
Oh!
Damn! Harry, get your limey ginger ass down here and clear this up!
The 60 Minutes interview was a great chance to hear Harry and Meghan's story, in case you missed their 2-hour sit-down with Oprah or their 6-part Netflix documentary.
Meg does her little phony like, I'm so busy. I have the show, the podcast, I'm a duchess.
So busy?
It was so fake. I was like,
Spitting Image just got sued. Yes, you heard that right. For posting silly jokes online, and now most of their videos mocking Meghan Markle have mysteriously disappeared from YouTube.
Today, we bow our heads in memory of the fallen.
More episodes have been removed from YouTube.
But that didn't stop them. It only pushed them harder, and they came back swinging with an even more brutal puppet roast. Because this wasn't just comedy anymore, it was full character destruction aimed directly at Meghan Markle's Netflix brand, her carefully staged humanitarian image, and the entire California persona built around it, starting with how Spitting Image ripped apart but love Meghan and turned it into an exposure of pure performative nonsense.
I'm Megan Sussex, and I'm a good person. And I'm meeting another good person today, the wonderful Ariana Grande.
Oh my God, Megan, you're such a good person.
Yes, that's why I'm going to talk to you like you're an idiot.
She talks to people like they're complete idiots while presenting herself as this soft, humble, good person. The condescension is off the charts. And when they dug into the actual content of Meghan Markle's show, even her so-called soul food recipe turned out to be nothing more than a packet of crisps.
I'm preparing my guests some soul food that my British husband calls a packet of crisps. Can be a tricky dish to master, especially when a packet is being a fucking bitch. Oh my God, you've been knocked down by the crisps. So vulnerable. I love it.
I'm just down here holding space.
And now, the finishing touches. A flower.
This is what her Netflix show really is, taking painfully ordinary things and repackaging them as premium lifestyle moments, where a simple packet of crisps suddenly becomes an experience the second Meghan adds a flower to it.
Like and subscribe to learn how to breathe, how as a finishing touch sticking flowers on anything means you made it with love, and I share the secret to a happy marriage. Fuck's sake, H! Don't make me get the electric collar out!
Sorry, love. I think my arm's gone dead.
Breathing tutorials and basic flower arrangements were passed off as love and meaning. The absurdity speaks for itself, and every corner of the show became a target as Spitting Image saved its sharpest attack for how Meghan truly sees herself.
Hold it steady, you ginger pots! Hello, followers. You know little old me is a high-profile, high-success, global brand-creating, vulnerable, and humble business leader. Which means I no longer have time for my lifestyle show, which was such a hit that I'm now in talks with Netflix to pivot to 6 seasons of no more episodes. I've decided my time is better spent doing less, and so I'll be coming on here to patronize you through your phone.
No. Wait.
If you are enjoying this takedown, please hit that subscribe button. Her Netflix show is bleeding money, a quiet financial disaster that should have set off alarms. But Spitting Image went further, exposing why it was failing, the manufactured humility, the obsession with control, and the performance-hiding chaos behind the scenes.
Show me the money!
I have! There is no more money!
I know what you're thinking. Did Netflix cancel 6 series or only 5? You gotta ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do ya? Punk?
Yeah, so lucky, very grateful. I'm batting well above my average. Please stop pointing the gun at me.
Meghan's entire brand now depends on the Netflix deal working. pushing her to chase content and visibility after leaving Suits thinking she'd rise higher, only to find that marrying into royalty somehow shrank her career instead of elevating it.
He's not the Messiah! He's a very naughty boy!
You're so funny, Megs.
What do you mean I'm funny? I'm funny how? I mean funny like I'm a clown? I amuse you? I make you laugh? I'm here to fucking amuse you? What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
Oh, you nearly had me there, Megs. Great bants.
No! I'm serious, H! How am I funny?
Meghan cannot handle criticism, and it shows in interviews, press clashes, and how she cuts off anyone who challenges her narrative, with Harry paying the price after trading palace protocol for someone who can't tolerate being questioned.
Okay, Megs, go.
Meghan Sussex, reading for Jaws. We're going to need a bigger house! What I do have is a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career. Skills like, just give me a sec.
Writing stuff on bananas?
I swear to God, Harry, ruin my take again and I will end you!
Her acting career effectively ended the moment she walked away from Suits. Major roles dried up, doors closed, and the pivot to lifestyle content failed too, because people see through the act. It isn't authentic, it's calculated.
You talking to me? Then who the hell else are you talking to? Are you talking to me? Not without securing an exclusive deal with my publicist, you freeloading fucking asshole!
The desperation to stay relevant is unmistakable. Because when Hollywood stops calling, you create your own platform. And the real fear sets in when even that doesn't work, and renewal talks quietly disappear.
In California, we're just a regular couple living close to Oprah and far from the paparazzi. But not too far.
They moved to California to sit near power players like Oprah Winfrey and the Hollywood elite, then complained about privacy while quietly feeding stories to friendly outlets because they never wanted privacy. They wanted total control of the image.
The best thing is, no more following Granny's rules. Don't wear your pants on your head, Harry. Don't barf on the butler, Harry.
Harry thought leaving royal protocol would finally make him free, but all he really did was swap one rulebook for another. Meghan's rules.
If I want to play polo in my living room, who's gonna stop me?
Stop that!
Right away, Megs.
That freedom was never real. Harry was still being told what to do, what to say, and how to act. Only now it was for Netflix cameras instead of royal duty. And once the spitting image roast landed, the floodgates opened and everyone felt safe piling on, including Jimmy Fallon mocking her bizarre pretzel bag obsession.
What is the #1 question that mystifies scientists?
Is there life on another planet?
Oh no. Why does Meghan Markle make her own pretzel bags? They don't know why.
That's interesting. She takes it from one bag and puts it in another bag.
It's another bag.
And that confuses people.
This, we're just gonna put into a different bag.
It was peak out-of-touch rich behavior, and the internet clocked it instantly, as influencers jumped in with parody videos mocking how ordinary snacks were being repackaged as luxury lifestyle achievements.
Take the snack out of one bag and then move them into another bag and then label this new bag, even though this bag already has a label on.
Then came the ridicule of her absurd water ritual, complete with flower petals, as if regular tap water was somehow beneath her.
How I prepare water for my guests. Some water that I got from the spring in my backyard. Whatever you do, don't use tap water. I'm just gonna sneak a taste. You flower petal. H is always calling water water, and there you have it.
And of course, the endlessly performative flower arranging, where she spoke about telling a story as though anyone watching actually cared.
Any type of flower arranging is just telling a story. What story do you want to tell? Maybe leave the country. Maybe disown your dad. Be creative with it.
These weren't random trolls anymore. They were massive creators turning Meghan's brand into a symbol of detached, wealthy narcissism. And while influencers joked, late-night hosts and British comics went for the jugular, with Jimmy Kimmel dismantling the narrative starting with Harry's memoir.
Prince Harry, whose memoir just broke the Guinness record for fastest-selling non-fiction book of all time. The story of Prince Harold and his frozen yogurt slinger is so popular, they're now releasing a version for kids. I don't know if you know about this. It's a twist on The Princess and the Pea. It's called The Prince and the penis, and it's
Primetime television turned Harry's life story into a punchline, because when you overshare every detail in a memoir, comedians are going to mine it for material, and Kimmel went far beyond surface-level jokes.
Harry said racism was a big part of their decision to leave, which you know things are bad at Buckingham Palace if they came to America to get away from racism.
Harry and Meghan justified their exit by throwing his own family under the bus and branding them racist, using that claim as a shield for every decision and burned bridge, until Kimmel called out the hypocrisy and reminded viewers America isn't the racial utopia they pretend it is, just as British comedians joined in.
I said Meghan Markle is, of course, a lifelong feminist, which she's demonstrated by marrying a prince and giving up her job.
Meghan built her brand on feminism and empowerment speeches, UN appearances, and activism language, then married a prince and stopped working, a contradiction Hollywood avoided, but comedians had no problem exposing.
The royal family, right, if you can imagine, they're like our Kardashian. Prince Harry is very much our Kanye. He occasionally dresses as a Nazi, and he f***ed up.
Harry's past keeps resurfacing because he never dealt with it properly. And you can't dress as a Nazi, then expect people to forget when you suddenly start lecturing everyone about social justice, because the credibility gap is enormous.
My brother's fiancée, Miss Meghan Markle, is on the American program Suits.
Yes, Wednesdays, 8 p.m, USA Network.
The only difference between that show and this is people watch this one.
Saturday Night Live went after Suits, the show that made Meghan mildly known, and the message was obvious. Nobody really cared about her acting career before. Harry, she wasn't a star, just a cable actress on a show most people never watched.
Whenever the kids are being fussy and not going to bed, she puts on an episode of Suits and they're out. So, what are you doing? Ow! Stop it! Yeah. Stop it!
This crossed into family-level brutal territory, because turning someone's show into a sleep aid for kids is the kind of insult that sticks, and the consensus spread everywhere that Meghan and Harry's Netflix brand had become a joke, even as British comedians stopped joking and started exposing facts. Sorry.
She's like, I can't believe they were racist. Wait, the whitest family on the planet. The original motherfuckers.
Meghan married into the most historically white family on the planet, and then acted shocked when race questions came up, as if a dynasty obsessed with bloodlines for centuries was suddenly going to ignore the obvious.
I wanted to know what color the kid would be. I did too. I was like, he's gonna be super, super light skinned? What black will we see? We all wanted to know.
Everyone wondering about the baby's skin tone wasn't racism, it was basic human curiosity, but Meghan turned normal questions into a victim narrative, converting curiosity into oppression because it suited her story.
Meg does her little phony like, I'm so busy just doing like so much wealthy stuff. I have the show, the podcast, I'm a duchess, I have all this wealth. It's just so many busy things as a wealthy person.
So busy?
It was so fake. I was like, oh.
Her Netflix output is pure performance. The fake business ventures, the ignored podcast, the Duchess title she still uses while attacking the institution behind it, all while clinging to royal relevance and pretending she wanted to escape it, until Simon Brodkin stepped in and said the quiet part out loud.
I watched the Harry and Meghan Netflix documentary. Now, I'll be honest with you, before I watched it, I was not a fan of theirs. But now I've actually heard their side of the story, I f***ing hate them.
The Netflix documentary was 27, The Netflix, supposed to win sympathy and explain their side, but it backfired completely, with viewers starting neutral and finishing actively disliking them, which is a rare and total failure.
They started off and they're making interesting points about racism and misogyny. Then they start calling each other H&M, and I just thought, oh, do f*** off.
They had real topics to address like racism, media pressure, and mental health, but buried all of it under staged couple branding and cute nicknames, with the H&M label becoming the final tone-deaf straw for most people.
They were complaining that to pay for their own security. They were not happy about that. Yeah, they were very worried about their safety, which I get that aspect of things. After 6 episodes, I wanted to attack them.
6 episodes of millionaires complaining about paying for their own security crushed any remaining sympathy, because the lack of self-awareness was staggering, right before Kelly Osbourne jumped in without holding back.
I think Harry's a
twat. He's a whining, whinging, complaining, woe is me, I'm the only one that's ever had mental problems.
Harry isn't unique for struggling with mental health. Everyone is dealing with something. But watching a prince act like the only person who's ever suffered turns empathy into exhaustion.
Like, my life was so hard. Everybody's life is hard.
Yeah,
you were
true.
the prince of
That's
a
true.
goddamn country who dressed up as a Nazi, and now you're trying to come back as the Pope? Suck it.
You can't dress as a Nazi and then rebrand as a humanitarian without accountability. And as Spitting Image faced legal pressure and Meghan Harry content vanished, the message was clear. Silencing satire only proves the critics right. Their Netflix brand is finished, credibility is gone, comedy sees them as fair game. And every attempt to control the narrative just digs the hole deeper. And that's the real ending. Not sympathy, not redemption, but exposure. When satire like Spitting Image starts disappearing under legal pressure, it doesn't protect reputations, it confirms weakness. Comedy only punches up when there's something fake to tear down, and once the jokes spread, the illusion collapses fast. Meghan Markle's Netflix experiment didn't fail because of hate. It failed because people saw through the performance, and the harder the narrative was controlled, the louder the backlash became. Hollywood moved on, comedians smelled blood, and audiences stopped buying the act. This isn't a smear, it's a verdict. Credibility gone, brand hollowed out, and the victim storyline no longer landing. When satire survives lawsuits and mockery multiplies, the message is brutal and final. You can't curate authenticity, you can't silence ridicule, and once the mask slips, there's no PR team powerful enough to glue it back on. And it doesn't end with silence. It ends with consequences. When audiences stop laughing with you and start laughing at you, the game is over. The pressure campaigns, the image control, the legal shadows, none of it rebuilt trust. It only confirmed the suspicion that there was nothing real underneath. The more the criticism was pushed down, the more it surfaced elsewhere, louder and sharper, until the story stopped being about cruelty and started being about credibility. That's the trap now. Every move looks calculated, every response feels defensive, and every attempt to reclaim control only feeds the narrative they're desperate to escape. In the end, satire didn't destroy the brand, exposure did, and once the audience decides the performance is fake, there's no reboot, no rebrand, no carefully worded statement that brings the illusion back.